Hey guys, it's Carissa with some answers to some questions y'all have been asking us about the Dark-Minded and how they came to be.
Well, me and Nathaniel here had a pretty tight bond with the band originally, but we need a little more dark side. And my man, Edgar Allan Poe, thank you, he is a pretty dark man, if I do say so myself. I read his writing, The Raven, and I'll tell you what, that scared me straight out of my boots. But I'll let him talk a little bit more about how it truly came to be.
Thank you, Herman. Well, I do have to say I have a pretty dark mind, which from time to time keeps me up at night from my troubled past that I experienced. But the dark-minded is not what we are today if it wasn't for this man, William. He brought us down a couple octaves to this exemplary bass play, which gave us another dimension to the dark-minded, which really, if it wasn't for him here, we would not be the band and the hit we are today. I can tell you that right now.
Care to comment, William?
Nope, he's good.
Okay.
So Edgar, what inspired you to make this song?
Well, my father, he left me early in my childhood. My mother passed away when I was only 3, and throughout my life I had unstable love due to my alcohol problems and depression, and it's darkened my outlook on life, honestly.
Do you think the Army had any influence on your writing techniques?
Well, getting expelled from the academy made me realize that I just needed to focus on poetry and writing, and so it caused me to make another volume of poetry.
So how do you think writing for The Messenger helped establish the reputation you have today?
Well, The Messenger is a very popular and well-acclaimed magazine in the South, and with its sensational stories and ruthless book reviews, I frequently attacked authors' works, gaining my reputation as a fearless critic, causing me to criticize some of the most well-known and famous writers in the country, which further proved my merciless nature.
So what was your inspiration for your book?
Well, great question, Julia. My writing was greatly influenced from my travels at sea, although it was the desire to unfold myself that drove me to writing vocation. My seafaring began as a way to generate income as well as to distance myself from my gentlemanly upbringing.
What caused your visual impairment?
When I was about 5 or 6, I fell to the scarlet fever. Though I regained my health not long after, my vision was left permanently impaired by the illness.
How do you feel about not getting recognition for your works?
Well, Julia, great question again. I'm very disappointed in not getting recognition. I put my soul into my books and simply got rejected because of my questioning of human experience. I feel like my books are too good to not be recognized. This is ridiculous. What do I got here?
What inspired you to change your name?
Well, I decided to add a W to my last name because I'm related to John Hawthorne. He was the judge in the Salem witch trials, and I just didn't want to be associated with that. And the family name also followed a tradition of Puritanism, which I fought throughout my life, especially through my stories and novels such as The Scarlet Letter.
So how did you two meet?
We met at a picnic hosted by a mutual friend. I had just read Herman's short stories collection, Moses and an Old Manse, and our similar views led us to create this band. Herman actually dedicated his book Moby Dick to me. Ain't that right? Yeah.
Tell us about your experiences with the Transcendentalists.
I was seeking a possible home for myself and my lover. I joined the Transcendentalist Utopian community not because I agreed with the experiment, but because it helped me save money to marry Sophia Peabody.
So, William, can you tell me about your work, Thanatopsis?
Ah, yes, my best-known poem. I wrote this marvel in 1811 after I left William College, where I reflected on the view of death. People find it quite remarkable, as it has a historical view of death, no heaven or hell beyond the grave.
How did you create your poetic theories?
I formulated my poetic theories in a series of 4 lectures on poetry, which I delivered in 1826 before the New York Athenaeum Society. I stress that the most beautiful poetry is that which takes the strongest hold of the feelings. Important, therefore, as may be the office of the imagination, and of understanding as well. In poetry, the great spring of poetry is emotion.
Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary, while I nodded nearly napping, rapping at my chamber door. As if someone gently rapping at my chamber door. 'Tis some visitor, I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. Nothing more, nothing more. Nothing more, nothing. How the murmur deepens, I perceive and tremble. Earth uplifts a general cry and heaven's listening. Earth uplifts a general cry and heaven's listening. Only this and nothing more. Ah, 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 ah. Could I raise the darkened veil which hides my future life? Could unborn of ages slowly before my view, and could I see my every action painted bare? To cast one look I would not dare. There poverty and grief and dark despair's corroding hand. Corroding hand, corroding hand. Corroding hand, corroding. How the murmur deepens, I perceive and tremble. Earth uplifts a general cry and heaven's listening. Earth uplifts a general cry and heaven's listening. Only this and nothing more. Ah, 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 ah. Nothing more, nothing. As if someone gently rapping at my chamber door. 'Tis some visitor, I muttered, tapping at my chamber. How the murmur deepens, I perceive and tremble. Earth uplifts a general cry and heaven's listening. Earth uplifts a general cry and heaven's listening. Only this